everyone, welcome to my channel or welcome back to my channel. We're going to be doing the ultimate spring makeup and I am so excited because today is a beautiful, amazing sunny spring day and this is the type of makeup I will be wearing all the way until summertime, until summer makeup comes around, which I am so excited for summer makeup as well. But we're gonna cool it because we're in spring still. Let's get into it. Grab a drink, grab a snack, grab your makeup brushes. Let's do some makeup together, okay? Okay. So, starting off with skin prep, I've already done my skincare for the day. I'm wearing sunscreen. I don't want to, but girl, you have to. You have to wear sunscreen or none of your skincare is gonna work. All that fancy skincare, down the drain, girl. Wear sunscreen. I'm starting off with a water cream today because water cream is just where it's at. Like, my oily skin cannot handle a thick, rich cream every single day. It just can't. Makeup will be slipping and sliding. It would not be good. And I'm putting this on all over my face, neck, chest. I love it so much. This is the Isntree Hyaluronic Acid Aqua Gel Cream. Mouth. I'm having a weird little reaction on my forehead. So if there are any bumps that you see in the future when I do this makeup, it's not the makeup, it's not the skin prep. It is quite literally my skin. I don't know. Do you see that? Like, I woke up with some weird reaction. I don't know if it's fungal acne or what. Do you see it? Like, it looks shiny. Like, my skin looks fine. Like, but there's texture and it's weird. I don't get that type of texture typically, but we're gonna keep pushing. I'm gonna go in with my e.l.f. Thirst Burst drops as well, because these are just tea. They're my favorite, especially for under any makeup look, really. These are just my favorite. I've been waiting all day to film this video because the sun would not leave me alone. It is really hard to film in the direct sunlight because my bedroom gets direct sunlight and no bueno, because it's like I can't see shit. And I'm scared that it's gonna come back, but it looks like we have some pretty generous clouds coming our way. So fingers crossed it stays like this. Hopefully the lighting doesn't have to change, but we are gonna just keep going anyway. Eyebrows. These hosts stay the same year round. Using the Precisely My Brow Pencil, my favorite brow pencil on the planet. And I'm just gonna fill them in. Actually, I shouldn't say they stay the same year round. I try to keep them as similar as possible, but sometimes I go like crazy with the little face razor. I'm also gonna throw some brow gel in. I'm gonna use my little 24-hour brow setter, which I am actually running out of. Yay! Not yay, because this brow gel is way too expensive. It's great, like I love it, but it's just so fucking expensive and I don't want to buy it again. And the Sephora sale literally just ended. Just ended. Yeah, I went to go buy my moisturizer during the Sephora sale. Sold out. What's going on with that Skin Fix? Every single other Skin Fix moisturizer was there, but not the one that I use. But whatever, I guess. It's whatever, I guess. Let's prime our skin. For primer today, I'm going to use the Milk Hydro Grip just because I want something hydrating, tacky. You can use like any tacky primer from the drugstore as well. I love this primer, but you don't really need the Milk version. The e.l.f. one is really good. I love the Maybelline one. This one is great. Like, I love this primer so much. But you don't need it. You don't need it. You can use one from Maybelline. You can use the one from e.l.f. It's just a tacky primer that your makeup will stick to. This foundation from Glossy, but I'm going to sheer it out to make it more of a skin tint just because I don't really love wearing a full beat in the spring. Like, I don't like wearing... the shade is a little neutral for me, but it's going to be sheared out, so I'm not that worried about it. Back at that, you know, moment where I need to wash my brushes, bro. I need to wash them so bad. And it's like my skin, acne-wise, knock on wood, is looking good, but like the quality of my skin is not. I'm just taking this Mario F4 and I'm pushing this into the skin, shearing it out as much as possible, making it stretch, Glossier Stretch Foundation, as far as possible. Oh my god, the sun looks like it's coming back. I'm so scared right now. For concealer, I'm going to go in with my e.l.f. Soft Glam. This is in the shade 20, Light Cool. I'm placing it in the inner corners and the outer corners, and then also down onto the cheeks. I feel like the seasons, as they change, have a makeup rotation, in my brain anyway. Do a matte makeup look, winter's the time to do it. Don't know why. And then we have spring, is like a satin glowy, and as you get into summer, it turns more glowy. And then it goes into fall, which is a satin matte. So like you're more glowy turning into matte and then it rotates. Does that make any sense to anybody? I don't know why I've always just had that in my brain, but I have. Bronzer today, I'm going to take this e.l.f. Putty Bronzer in the shade Honey Drip. I'm just gonna dip my brush into it on the back of my hand, make sure it's all evenly applied. They have like a very airbrush finish to them. These are perfect for spring. And I bring it all the way up and under my eyes, onto the nose. They aren't that pigmented though, and if you do go in with your finger and warm it up first, it's easier to apply, but also be careful because they are a little hard to blend if you apply with your finger onto the face. Like, I definitely like dipping into the pan and then warming it up with the back of my hand, like you just saw. But these are very beautiful and very affordable. I will say the shade range is kind of shit, so if you want a bronzer and you have a deeper skin tone and you're looking for like a cream bronzer, go for the Milani Cheek Kiss bronzers. They have a really great shade range. I was sitting at work the other day and I was on TikTok and this girl posted a video about, you know, de-influence me from the Sephora sale or influence me on other things for the Sephora sale, all that jazz. And so I'm crafting my comment, okay? And so I hit send on the comment, and then I realized her profile, like there was no picture of her until I looked at her profile, and she's a deep skin woman. And then I'm like, okay, wait, this bronzer doesn't go deep enough for her. You need to delete your comment, go find a bronzer that would work for her, and then come back and comment, okay? So I delete my comment, bronzers that I use and I love, and I'm going to search through and see what shade ranges they have. These brands are not making deep enough bronzers. What are we doing here? Like, this is fucking insane. Like, how do I recommend bronzers when they don't go fucking deep enough? Because I wanted to recommend her this bronzer. This is the Lumi bronzer stick from Maybelline, or L'Oreal. Great bronzer stick. I love them so much. Creamy, blendable, da-da-da. The shade range is shit. I can't recommend this. I cannot fully recommend this bronzer because the shade range is shit. Not everybody can use it. Stupid, dumb. And I'm like, these brands are only hurting themselves. Well, obviously hurting everybody else, because why aren't you being inclusive when I've seen brands be inclusive? I've seen these same brands that are doing this be inclusive. So I don't understand. Make it make sense to me, okay? Okay. Anyway, we're gonna move on to blush. Rant over. But like, girl, I get so pissed off about shade ranges because I'm like, what the fuck? It just doesn't make sense. Like, it's not even like, it just literally does not make sense. Why are you doing this? I use Patrick Ta blush in the shade She's the Moment. First ever Patrick Ta blush I ever bought. And I just fell in love with this shade. It is spring to me. This is spring in a freaking compact, girl. Like, this is a beautiful shade. The pigment is unreal. It's just so beautiful. That blush is just so pretty. It gives such a beautiful wash color. It's very spring. It's very soft. I feel like when I think of spring, I think soft color palettes, corals, like soft blue, soft orange, soft pink. Any color, softened it, boom, it's spring. And I love it. I love it so much. I love it so much. We're gonna set with none other than Miss Huda Beauty in the shade Cupcake. Never does me wrong. I won't buy another powder ever again. I find when I find a good product, like a good product that is that good, that like cannot be replicated, I just stick with it. Like, I am sticking with this. I don't need to try anything new. This is where it's at. I don't know if that's like stubborn, but like when I run out of this, I will buy this again because it is that good. It lasts that long. You don't need any other powder. You don't. Don't waste your money. Buy this one. I'm going to take a little bit of the Easy Bake in Cherry Peach. Honestly, you don't need to do this step. I just want to because it's pink and I think it's going to be really cute. Well, it's pink and like pink and peach. Like, I think it's just going to be really cute and I just want to. Like, you do not have to do this step, but there's one. I'm just doing both because I'm extra. I just think it's really cute and I saw it there and I'm like, we were just talking about spring colors and it's like a light pinky peach color. So yeah, I'm gonna do just a whisper of this Fit Me powder. If you find that the Huda Beauty powder is enough for you, girl, go ahead and just use that. You don't need to do this double step here. I'm just a very oily girl and I know I'm gonna need it. Okay, next on the chopping block, we're gonna go in with the powder version of this. Patrick Ta does powder then cream, but you'll see why I'm not doing that in a few minutes here. I'm just going to take a little bit of this, tap it off, really work it into the brush, and put it where I applied the cream. And yes, I'm using the same brush because I really don't want to go and get another one. Nor do you have to. I'm going to put it everywhere. Bit of the Horse palette, we're going to use the shade in the bottom here. I just think it's a beautiful coral. This is the shade 6, I think. Blush Iridescent Coral. I just think that's such a pretty shade. We're going to put it more towards the high points. I also love that it has that little glow in there. So gorgeous. Modern Renaissance palette in the shade Warm Taupe, and I contour my nose. With my eyes in the spring, I don't do much, but I do like to keep them very bright and honestly sparkly. Spring gives very much sparkly on the eyes. I don't know why, it just does to me. So first things first, we're gonna just set them down with a little bit of setting powder because we're not gonna need to like really prime the eyes when it comes to color. If you have an eyeshadow primer, which lo and behold, I don't have one yet again, but if you do have an eyeshadow primer, that is going to largely help and aid in the creasing of your eyes because your eyes are oily. You need to have a specific formula made to help your eyes not crease. I'm gonna throw on this little like peachy brown shade just all over the eyes. Same thing, I'm gonna take a dark brown and I'm gonna put it on the lash line. Now that brown is like packed on, I'm gonna smoke it out with this little paddle brush. Moving back to skin, I'm gonna add a little bit of this bronzer from CoverGirl. This right here, amazing. This is just the most beautiful baked formula ever. I'm just gonna throw it everywhere. Stunning, gorgeous. Freckle time. Always do freckles, girl. I always do freckles, I don't care. I really just go carelessly with them, I don't care. Freckles are supposed to be naturally messy, not messy, but like freckles are naturally sporadic. So I'm not really that, you know, precise when it comes to adding them or like shape, size, color. It's really not that deep. And we're gonna highlight our face with that same palette. I'm gonna use the shade Tempora, which I'm running out of. Literally, look at my palette, you guys. I love this palette. This is how much I love it. You can tell that she's used and abused, but she's loved, okay? This is my favorite fucking palette. I could make my own Anastasia Beverly Hills palette out of palettes that I've already had. I would make a palette with Tempora, Rustic, Cypress Umber, Warm Taupe. That's all I'd need. That is all I need. And maybe like the black. That's all I need. I'm gonna go on the inner corners. I'm gonna add a little more blush. I'm literally loving this look so freaking much, you guys. It's just so soft. It is so spring to me. Like, this is so beautiful. I'm gonna melt everything together using my One Size powder melt setting spray. It is like my freaking go-to right now. It is absolutely lovely. I don't use this to set. I use this to melt everything together because I don't think this would actually set my skin because of how oily I get. For my next step, I'm gonna use my life-changing step I've been doing. This is the L'Oreal Lumi Glass Highlighter Stick. And once my face is all kind of set down with that setting spray, I'm gonna smile and tap this on the apples of my cheeks very lightly. This is after I've powdered, after everything. It just looks so pretty on my freaking face after powder, and it stays that way. It's not sticky. It's not oily or greasy on your face. It adds this beautiful shine to your makeup that's like so amazing, like angelic almost. It's literally like one of my favorite steps, and it just makes your makeup look like glass. I want to add just something to my eyes to make them pop. I have this really old shimmer highlighter that I want to add. I think it's beautiful. Like, look at that. It has like no base to it. And I'm just gonna add this to my eyes with my finger. I don't know if you can even buy it anymore, but if you did want to know, it's this. I'm not sure. In the shade Moonlight. I was gonna use my finger, but my nails keep getting in the way, so we're just gonna apply with a brush. This is a synthetic brush because real hair brushes would not apply this the same way. This is more realistic to what your finger would apply like. I'm going to take it all the way in and around my eye, into the inner corner, just like so. I'm going to add a little to my cheeks too, because I'm feeling crazy, but just to the high points. You can kind of see where it stops, so I'm just going to take that brush and kind of just blend everywhere. I've been loving the shade Dimitri from Makeup by Mario. It is like the perfect My Lips But Better shade. And then I'm going to take a slightly darker shade on my Cupid's bow just to define a tiny little bit more. Take the shade Toasty from Makeup by Mario and just define my Cupid's bow a touch. This has been my favorite fucking lip gloss of all time recently. Like, I've been loving it. Its shade Comes Naturally from Kylie Cosmetics. Perfect shade. It's not too dark, not too pink, not too light. Ugh, love it. It's just so beautiful and it's so comfortable on the lips. Typically, I would do a brown mascara, but I do not have any brown mascara right now. I've been kind of trying to get through my mascaras because I had way too many at one time and then they were like all gonna go bad at the same time. So we're just gonna use my tried and true, which is my Maybelline mascara. It's the Lash Sensational. I'm also running out of this one, which is good because I have to buy new ones anyway and I wanted to get through them, but you know, it's like, I don't really want to buy mascara. I'm going to hit it with a little bit of the Make It Last setting spray to really lock everything in. I feel so spring in this makeup. Very glowy, very pink, pastel, soft. I absolutely love it. I just turned off all my lights to show you guys in the natural light, and it looks even better. I'm just absolutely obsessed with the way this turned out. Oh my god. And if you like this video, make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all of those things. Thank you so much for watching. I love every single one of you, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.